Good evening, Northern Colorado. This is Dave, K0HAK. I am located in Fort Collins, and I will be net control for tonight's NCARC TechNet. The purpose of the net is to enlighten amateur radio operators on topics of a technical nature. We will do our best to answer any technical questions to benefit all listening. If a subject has never been clear to you, this is an excellent opportunity to find an answer. If anyone feels they have information that will help regarding a subject, please give your call sign, and net control will call on you. When checking in, please give your call sign slowly, first alphabetically, then again using the ITU phonetic alphabet along with your name and location. When checking in, please state if you have a topic that you would like to discuss. I will be taking check-ins in groups of 3. When I've recorded the first group of 3, I'll move on to the next group of 3. I will start by taking check-ins from any Echo Link users. Any call signs, Alpha through Zulu, tuning in via Echo Link, please call now. Okay, I will now take check-ins over the air from call prefixes Alpha through Mike. Alpha through Mike, please call now.
K0MLG, Kilo 0, Mike, Lima, Golf, Marty, Wellington. Whiskey 0, Lima, Echo, India, W0LEI, Chad, Stout.
N0BNK, November 0, Bravo, November Kilo, Rick in the port.
All right, let's hold up there for just a sec. We had a pretty good double. Rick, I got you N0BNK during that double. Doubling station, go ahead and come back, and then I will confirm the rest of the call signs that just checked in.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Golf Quebec Hotel, KF0GQH, Kent in Wellington.
All right, let's hold up there for again, because I think maybe our double was actually a triple, because we had a double there again. So, doubling station, go ahead and come back.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Golf Quebec, India, Doc in Pierce.
All right, I'll take a break here and read back the call signs I have. I have K0MLG Marty, W0LEI Chad, N0BNK Rick, KF0GQH Kent, and KF0GQI Doc. Let's go ahead with the next group of 3, please. Alpha through Mike.
November 0, Delta, November Yankee, Jim in Fort Collins.
Whiskey 0, Kilo Juliet Mike, W0KJM, Kyle, Fort Collins.
WA7EM, Whiskey Alpha 7, Echo Mike, Ed and Erie.
All right, we'll hold up there. I have N0DNY Jim, W0KJM Kyle, WA7EM Ed. Next group of 3, please.
This is N0EMP, November 0, Echo Mike Papa, Greg in Fort Collins, with Debbie, K0DBE, Kilo 0, Delta Bravo Echo, no traffic.
KF0GZZ, Patrick, Mobile to Greeley.
All right, we'll count that as 3, N0EMP Greg, K0DBE Debbie, and Patrick, I got KF0 Golf Zulu Zulu. Was that correct? All right, sounds good. Let's go with the next group of 3, Alpha through Mike. Go ahead. All right, let's go ahead and open this up. Alpha through Zulu. Please call now.
This is November 0, November Yankee Yankee, N0 NYY Bart, Mobile Greeley. I am with N0 QXQ, November 0 Quebec X-Ray Quebec, Gene. Good evening to the net, no traffic.
This is WB5TEX, Whiskey Bravo 5, Tango Echo X-Ray, Dale, Loveland, no traffic.
All right, I have N0NYY Bart, N0QXQ Gene, WB5TEX Dale. Let's go ahead with the next group of 3, Alpha through Zulu. Please call now.
F0 ODD, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Oscar Delta Delta, Paul from Berthoud.
This is W1BAN, Whiskey 1 Victor, Alpha November, Ivan in Fort Collins.
All right, we got 2 in there this time, KF0 ODD Paul and W1VAN Ivan. Let's go ahead and see if there's any other check-ins for tonight's NCARC TechNet. All right, hearing none, we'll go ahead and get started with the topics. If anybody's got any questions for the net tonight, please go ahead and call now.
ODD.
Go ahead, Paul.
So I was handed over a Yaesu VX7R HT, and the CPS is not working for me. I've downloaded drivers, I've downloaded different CPSs, I've used 2 different cables, and I'm running Windows 11. And I was wondering if anybody had an idea as to what might be going on.
86. Right?
Sorry, I got a little bit of a double in there. Bart, I think I heard you in there.
Okay, question for Paul. Are you having trouble communicating with the HT at all, or the communications works, just the CTCSS is not working?
Using the CPS, both, I believe it's Commander or something through Yaesu, and the other one, the Chinese CPS. Neither one of them will actually communicate. It's hitting the COM port, but not actually communicating with the radio.
Okay, I'm going to give you some entry-level information because I don't have anything better than that. I do know that Windows 11 audio over USB, which is probably how it's trying to communicate with the radio, getting the levels for that set can be extremely challenging. It doesn't do it directly in one spot. It seems to do it in a couple different places, and we have run into some issues with that before. So, or I have anyway, especially trying to do digital comms over HF. But Windows 11, because of the way those ports are handled, and I can't tell you any more than that, but the way those ports are handled is not direct or straightforward. Digging deeper to find out where the levels can be set would be the direction I would suggest going, but you're going to need a much stronger Windows brain than I have to get to that, and 0NYY.
80HI with a comment.
Go ahead.
Can you come back with your call sign again?
Alpha Delta Zero Hotel India. Sorry, late check-in.
And what's the name?
It's Bob in Greeley.
Okay, Bob, go ahead.
When you look in Device Manager, do you see the COM port correctly?
Yes. It even asks in the CPS just if you were having problems to disconnect the USB side of things, and which I have, and then reconnect, and it's identified the COM. So I'm assuming that should be where it has. And it is a unique COM that I've never had to deal with in the past.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious because some of the Yaesu cables for different models do use the prolific chip that Windows 11 does not generically support, and it gives you an error in the in Device Manager showing the prolific chip. I ran into that with an SCS19 cable for that when trying to use it with Wires X, and it did not like it, and Yaesu says that cable is no longer supported with 11, but you get a prolific driver error in Device Manager for that. So just checking to see if that might be it.
I appreciate it. I'll do some more research on that as well.
All right, this is K0HAK. I am Net Control for tonight's NCARC TechNet. Does anybody else have anything additional to add to this topic?
BNK.
Go ahead, Rick.
SN0 BNK. Seems like I read something about, because I have problems with Windows 11 too. Chirp won't work. But it seems like I read that if you use the old FTDI cable that has a chip in the cable, that it bypasses all that and it'll work. I have not tried that, so I can't confirm it.
ODD, I've also heard that if I try to turn the volume up higher, it may be a breakthrough in it communicating. But I haven't tried that as well.
All right, Paul. Hopefully we got you some direction on that. I think if there's one thing I'm learning based on the discussions tonight, I want to stay on Windows 10 for as long as possible. Does anybody else have anything else that they would like to add to this topic? Any other tips or things for Paul to try?
NY1.
Go ahead, Bart.
Just to add a little bit more to that, FTDI used to do the really good, their cables generally do work with Windows, even Windows 11. Prolific cables do not, because they use a different chip which was pirated from somebody or something, and the solution for FTDI was to totally change their driver system so that the FTDI and the Prolific don't work with the same driver, and the Prolific drivers are all make Windows not happy. So if you can get to an FTDI cable, you may be able to fix that. Other solutions, I don't know. I did a lot of research and I didn't learn a whole lot other than Prolific is bad, FTDI is good, Windows 11 is bad. So once again, not much additional there, but there's a bucket loads of information on the web about this particular issue and Zero in my WebEdgeNet.
KE0BZY in Denver. This is Quinn. I have a suggestion.
Go ahead, Quinn.
I really have no idea if this pertains to Windows 11 or if you already tried this and I missed it or what. But the ZADIG program is for the Prolific chip, and it's always seems like it solves the Prolific problem for me.
What was the name of that? ZADIG, Z-A-D-I-G?
That's it, and it's a little program. I have no idea if it plays with Windows 11, but it just adds in the driver that makes that type of USB cable work. So maybe give it a try. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks, Quinn. The other thing that I have found, Paul, is and this isn't necessarily to plug RT systems or anything. I know they cost a little money for the software, but there was one radio that I was trying to program. It was this FTM 100D. I got the cable. I downloaded the software off of Yaesu's website. Had everything that I was supposed to have, and could not make it work at all. So I just took a chance on that software, and it worked like a champ. Just hooked right up, did everything I needed it to do. So sometimes, I don't know if that's something that you can bite off on $25, but I know for me it was worth the time to resurrect this radio basically, because otherwise it was going to be just a doorstop for me. I'll go ahead and pause there and see if there's anybody else that has anything else for Paul, or Paul, if you've got any other questions.
ODD, I appreciate everybody's comments and took notes, so I appreciate it. I'll give you an update. KF0 ODD.
Sounds good. Thanks, Paul. Is there any other topics for tonight's NCARC TechNet? Any other late check-ins for the TechNet tonight?
Whiskey 0, India Kilo Lima. 0, Quebec Golf Tango, just doing a late check-in.
All right, I got two of you in there. I got a Whiskey 0, India, was it Kilo Lima?
Affirmative.
All right, what's the name there?
This is Paul, Fort Collins.
Thanks, Paul. Doubling station, come back.
It's Kilo Foxtrot 0, Quebec Golf Tango, John out in Eaton.
All right, KF0, QGT, John, have you in there as well. Any other late check-ins for the net?
This is Whiskey 0, Alpha Sierra Papa, W0 ASP, Terry in Berthoud. Late check-in.
Thanks, Terry. Always good to hear you on the repeater. Any other late check-ins for tonight's TechNet?
KF0, SFW.
All right, I got KF0, SFW. What's the name there?
Dustin in Milliken.
All right, Dustin, got you checked in for tonight. Any other late check-ins for tonight?
This is AE0CF Alpha Echo 0 Charlie Foxtrot Ben, Fort Collins, late check-in.
Thanks, Ben. Got you checked in. Any other check-ins? Any other additional comments, questions, or other discussions for tonight's TechNet?
W1BAN.
Go ahead, Ivan.
If anybody needs assistance in programming or use of the digital repeaters, free to give me a call. W1BAN.
Thanks, Ivan. Appreciate you offering that assistance to the members of the TechNet. Are there any other topics for tonight? This is K0HAK, Net Control for this new week's Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club TechNet. All right, hearing none, this concludes the NCARC TechNet Net Control. Would like to thank each station for their participation. We had a total of 23 check-ins tonight. This net will occur again next Monday at the same time on this repeater. This is K0HAK, closing the net at this time, 7-3, and good night, everyone.
This presentation was brought to you by the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club. For more information, visit our website, ncarc.net. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.